Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Up under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
I thought I wasn't going to make it,
Why?
but I did.
Why did you think you weren't going to make it, though? I don't
Just a
understand.
full crowd scene at the food machine.
What?
Nothing.
That he's talking nonsense already.
I had to stop by the store and get some booze.
Some fuel?
Some booze.
Oh, okay. A little liquid encouragement.
I think my section of your bar was getting low.
Really? You had to restock the Scuba Radio booze holder.
Stuff evaporates, you know?
Right. Well, you know, after being down in South Florida last week at the Gomez Hilton, the newly improved tiki bar that we got a little sneak peek of.
Oh, my God. I didn't want to leave.
We probably have to do our part to kind of upgrade our liquid refreshment holding facility here at the studio, you think? Because he did. He set the bar so high. Captain Walt set the bar high at the new tiki bar. Matter of fact, it's so much improved. He's not with us right now because he's probably been partaking, skimming off the top a little bit. Might not be in shape to join us.
That stuff will sneak up on you.
That's right.
If you start early, man.
That's right. We're not diving, so, he could be drinking. So we'll see.
I'm just going to wait and
every
see
night.
how this show goes before I decide when I'm going to make my first cocktail.
Really? You're gonna wait before you do this?
Well, sometimes I go for 4 o'clock hour.
There's a first for everything. So CJ's in the studio, contemplating when he should start drinking. Since he's not diving,
So far, I'm getting real thirsty.
yeah, he
But
wants
we'll see
to be.
if the show picks up.
He wants to get some liquid in him.
Let's see.
So that's kind of like
I don't have to push any buttons or run anything.
Well, yeah, because I have a new guitar I have to showcase to the world today, and so I may have to have you take control.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, you can see this on Facebook Live and YouTube today, but I have a brand new baby.
That's like probably one of my top 35
Top 35.
guitars of all time.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, just so we're clear, this is what I got initially. I'm showing this on YouTube and Facebook Live today, Twitch, you name it. You can see this. But this is what I got, I don't know, about 3 months ago? I got a little miniature Les Paul Gold Top.
It's a
all
model.
of 12 inches tall. And I was like, look, if I wish strong enough, I might be able to make this bigger.
I thought you planted that
What are you talking about?
in the ground and then that.
It's a baby. You plant it and it grows.
Yes.
Right.
See, Barry gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry the Bugger knows. So I used that as inspiration. I set this miniature gold top Les Paul on my desk to see if I could, just wish it true, make it real, make it real.
He manifested it.
And there it is. Here it is, right here.
That and a fat check.
Well, there was that, yeah.
That and permission by his wife.
All the travel that I haven't had to do the last year, guess where it went? Right there in that little gold baby. Yeah.
That is a good-looking guitar.
Yeah, I've always wanted one. So this has kind of been a little personal thing that I awarded myself.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Is it plecked?
Is it plecked? What kind of stupid question is that?
Don't insult me. I'm just
No,
asking you a question.
every new Gibson guitar, not just Les Pauls, are plecked at the factory.
They should have given you an endorsement. That could have been the official guitar of Scuba Radio.
Yes, it has been plecked, which is a It's kind of like a
It's a long,
computerized
boring technique.
fret job. Makes it play like butter.
So are you going to plug it in and
Well,
rock out?
Oh no, I can't reach it.
No, you don't have to.
reach
You got to get. Oh, you're.
Oh,
See, this
Lord,
is what I
please
told you.
don't.
I told you I was going to need your help. There, okay, there you go. Hand this baby over. Now we have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web today, and a special guest we're going to get to momentarily. But I guess first,
Hold it up. Stand up
Oh,
or
can
hold
you
it up
see?
so we can't
well,
see it.
I
There
can
you
hold
go.
it like Slash, and you can kind of hear it. Can you guys hear it? Yeah. Vinny Two Tanks is going, rocket, Greg, rocket.
It sounds good.
Thank you. All right, and that's all I got. Do you want
That
more?
is not all
No,
you
that's
got.
a start.
Okay.
He plays the intro to every song. He does not play the whole song.
Right. I can't play much. Let's see if I.
Does it help if you stick your tongue out?
Yes. It does. I know.
That's what I like. Is that the dirty channel?
Yeah. All right, there you go.
All right, that was Tie Your Mother Down by Queen.
Excuse me?
That was Tie Your Mother Down by Queen.
Oh, I was going to say, why would you bring my mother into this?
Hey.
That's not appropriate. Okay, can you come take it again for me, Rhodey? Yes. CJ Rhodey. There you go. That's enough abuse for one Scuba Radio show, I think. But then again, if we start drinking, I'll probably get bored and say,
bottom?
what? Excuse me? Yeah, it hangs on there. Yeah, come on. You should know this, Mr. Rhodey man.
No, a lot of these stands have the little two supports on the bottom. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I'm a drummer. What the hell do I know?
I evidently nothing.
I can tell you all about drums.
You don't even
but
know
not
about guitars being plecked. What kind of roadie are you?
I'm not. That's what I
really
just said.
lame one. Thank
Good.
Thank
I wanna
God
be
he's a
lame.
good diver. So I'll
Thank
give you
you.
that much.
You're so sweet.
But as far as being a guitar tech, you failed
I
miserably.
handed you the guitar on time, on cue, and I
You
got
did.
it back.
It looks like it's going to fall over. You know, if it falls over, that would be scary. That would be bad. That'd be very, very bad. Anyway, all right. I guess we should talk a little bit about diving, since we just got back from a cool little
mean,
dive adventure.
It's your show.
And you
Please,
got to
God.
dive with our special guest today, who's with us.
I did?
Yeah,
Who's with us?
Giovanna is with us. She was part of the Force
Oh,
Blue
there
crew,
she is.
and she's with us. So you can see her on YouTube and Facebook. Giovanna, how are you? Welcome to Scuba Radio. What's going on?
Thank me. How are you?
I know. You've listened so far, and you go, "What the hell did I get
yeah.
myself into?"
Yeah.
I thought it was.
enjoyed it. It was great.
You did? Okay. Well, there you go. She's probably been drinking too.
Sweet hat, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, she
What
is.
does it
She's
say on the
sporting.
hat? Is that Batman? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What kind of hat is that? It's like a. I've never
Batman.
seen a Batman sun cap like that. It's like a.
Drive
s-
from Sunday. together.
All right. Yeah. She has to protect herself from the sun when she's on Scuba Radio inside her house, connected via the web. She is a.
We'll talk about this later.
I guess.
You know I'm going to bring that up, what you just did.
What do you? I don't know what you mean.
Nothing. Just keep going.
But she was CJ and Barry's dive buddy at the Force Blue event last week that we were talking
God
about.
help her.
What do you mean, God help her?
Listen,
she
Jerry's
had a
gonna
great
start,
time.
Jerry's just going to start chucking bombs.
You think?
No
That's
reason.
exactly right.
He was.
He's just jealous he wasn't there.
That's
Jerry.
Yes, I'm hurt.
We gave Jerry a break for a couple weeks because obviously he's possessed by spirits. We covered that a couple weeks ago.
If he'd stopped
So,
drinking,
yeah.
the spirits wouldn't bother.
Are we really talking to Jerry or who the hell knows?
I don't know. He's probably
secret.
possessed by the Marshmallow Man from the Ghostbusters movies at this
There
point.
is no Jerry, only Zool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that
Beekeeper.
that is a whole thing. I guess we'll revisit that a little bit later on because I don't want to distract from
But
Giovanna's
anyway,
participation in the show today. But yeah, she dove with Barry, the Bugger, and CJ at the Force Blue event. I was going to join them, but I couldn't because I had to do the radio show and cover the event. So you guys went out in the water.
we were the scuba and you were the radio.
Okay, I guess that was appropriate. And ironically, I thought this was going to go horribly wrong because Giovanna didn't know you guys. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a total mess. But it'll probably be radio gold when you get back. And actually, you all came back and you had a great time. Even Giovanna still talked to us and hung out with us.
Yeah, we're friendly.
Yeah.
We're nice.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I expected a disaster.
What do you think was going to happen?
I didn't think it was going to go well at all.
That's a super chill dive. You know that.
Well, it is at Lauderdale by the Sea. But Giovanna, you had a good time with the crew, right?
I sure did.
Yeah, she just doesn't know them.
She took all the pictures.
Yeah, she did. She shared them too. And there you go. So we're going to talk a little bit about what the experience is like for Giovanna. She's actually has quite a dive history herself that we're going to get deeper into on the show today as well. So stick around. We're just getting started on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, this is Neil Watson, the Dive God.
And I'm Peter Hughes.
These guys come from legend. They're basically gods.
We've been around the block a time or two with the diving industry.
But I've never heard something as nutty as this.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
God's friggin' gift to humanity.
Now here's a guy I've been putting up with for over 20 years.
Greg, the Dive Master.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
Now beat it, loser.
And by the way, Greg, it's Peter Huge.
Whoa.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master, and man, I tell you what, it's kind of nice to have the Dive God and Peter Huge.
Look, it's mini Greg.
You see this on YouTube Live?
Mini
Facebook?
Greg.
I guess this once again, this has nothing to do with diving. But when you don't get to dive because of COVID or whatever the case may be to keep you out of the water, I buy guitars or I find goofy things online to purchase that kind of tie in with Scuba Radio and music and guitars. And I found this cool little thing that CJ, I sent him a picture of it, is a little microphone robot guy holding a guitar. And I thought, hey, you know, the little miniature gold top that I showed earlier, right? I thought I'll get one of these and have the microphone robot guy hold this. And they were selling them online. And they were like little night light things. Look really cool, didn't they? I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
And
I said, I'll take 2.
Yeah. So I got a couple for CJ, got one for myself, ordered it, I don't know, almost 2 months ago.
About 2 years ago.
No, about 2 months ago. And I emailed them back and forth, and I said, hey, what's taking so long? This is like a little $20 deal, you know? Send this to me already. And they said, oh, please be patient. It was shipping from overseas in China.
Was that the MSRP price?
I don't know what it was.
Those are cars, Barry.
But
okay.
regardless, they were delaying the shipping, and I went back and forth on email. I was getting a little suspicious, like, hey, what's going on here? And finally, the shipment came on the same day I got my new Gibson Les Paul. So I was pretty excited. I got my new guitar, right? And I get this new little robot holder thing that we could set on the desk. It'd be a nightlight. And I open it up all excited, and I realize it's a little plastic figurine. This thing was supposed to be like an old-timey microphone made of metal. And these rat bastards!
Well, this looks like a Christmas...
Sent me an action toy!
It looks like a Christmas ornament that your kid made at summer camp.
Right.
Hastily.
It was a total scam. And luckily I got my money back, though. So, but we, I don't know. They're out to get you if you're, so inclined to fall for those scams.
Well, they had to chock that thing full of COVID, Greg.
What?
They had to chock it.
Greg still has his X-ray goggles from the back of his Marvel magazine.
Well, there's that. But yeah, I mean, I got scammed this week. Not on the Les Paul, thank goodness. I got a good deal on that, but this other thing, what a ripoff.
But anyway.
So anyway, yeah, listen, don't buy your dive gear that way, whatever you do. It might come, you might order a new BC and regulator, the whole thing, and think, this is an awesome deal. And then they may ship you like a little figurine, action figure scuba guy.
Just go to your local dive shop.
Yeah,
that's why you have us, Greg, mountain divers.
You could buy it from Jerry the Diver Guy.
Never heard of him.
World's greatest dive shop.
That's right. Okay. That was kind of an endorsement, I guess, wasn't it, CJ?
Nope.
Okay.
That's my free commercial plug.
All right. It's not free.
Yeah, we'll send you the bill.
You'll get an invoice.
Anyway, Giovanna is with us. Now, she dove with CJ and Barry last week at the Force Blue event, which, by the way, went really, really well at Lauderdale by the Sea. If you didn't catch the show, it was a really fun show. We had a receiver from the Miami Dolphins was there. We had some MMA fighter folks that were there on site, prepared to kick anybody's butt.
And you didn't get body slammed, so that's good.
I tried to talk one of them into, doing an exhibition on Barry. Like, could you just show me how fast you could take Barry the bugger down if you had to?
And it wasn't just her. You also asked Gonzo if he would do that.
Yeah, I mean, because he's
you
special
were trying
ops.
To get everyone to just kill me.
Yeah, just, you don't kill him.
Oh,
just,
he'd be in a wheelchair in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, maim him. Just maim him, even temporarily. Just show us some of your technique.
Wheel him down to the water and just dump him in.
Right.
I'll float away.
Swim, damn you. Swim.
But ironically, they refuse to participate in such shenanigans that I suggested. So they're smart folks. Like Giovanna. I mean, Giovanna, right now, she's out of the military. She wanted to participate in this event, but she's a freaking genius. I mean, she was talking to us after the dive. And Giovanna, you're doing your master's right now. Is that the case?
Yes, I'm doing my human factors engineering master's at Embry-Riddle.
And I mean, it's like high-tech stuff. She's the person that helps design, I don't know, what's your specialty?
I don't really have a specialty yet. I'm just kind of diving into a bunch of different projects. Yeah. One of what we're doing is automated with human automated teaming. So we work with Humvees and up-armored vehicles for the military, and they have learning capable agents. And so we kind of teach and instruct soldiers how to work with them and how to complete missions. So that was kind of one of their projects. Another one we worked on was EcoCar. And for EcoCar, we work on, again, it's more of an automated car. So for those of you who like having a vehicle drive you home, it's coming soon.
Wow. Well, Giovanna is a big time diver too, though. So when are those two passions going to collide is what I want to know, Giovanna. Have you already thought about like, hey, maybe I could design a computerized system to do all the diving for me. Like I'll just strap it on. I'll just sit there and let it putz me around underwater, like your own personal underwater robot or DPV. What do you think?
Greg, you and your strap on.
Quiet. We have our scuba jets and, so we already got the power plant, but where you don't have to think about it, just press a button. It'll take you back to the boat. Have you thought about anything like that, Giovanna?
Oh, most definitely have. Working on a vibro tactile belt, so it'll be able to touch you.
That explains the hat. That explains the Batman hat she's wearing today.
Oh no!
You need to rephrase that.
So, what you're saying is Greg wouldn't get lost?
No, she's saying that it would be a tactical belt. You said it would be a belt like Batman would
have.
Like
1,000 tiny fingers urging her to let go.
Oh, wow.
You'll still get lost. No, that's a technology you can't design for him.
CJ just made it very awkward. Why would you do that?
First thing that came to mind.
Okay, of course.
Don't censor me.
Yes. But I mean, it's high-tech stuff that Giovanna's working on. And I mean, she could be the future of the industry.
Probably also a couple other things she can't tell us about.
That's true. I mean, because it is
cool. I don't want to know.
It's like Skynet computer, robots taking over the world. She'll try to keep them in line. We'll talk about some of her diving experiences. She does have those.
Finally.
Next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at ScubaJet.com. That's ScubaJet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to Nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, and our special guest this week is Giovanna. who was at the Force Blue event with us last week. She basically babysitted Barry the Bugger and CJ underwater.
Barry, yes, me no.
Babysat. What?
Babysat?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we want to get into that? Probably not.
No, we don't.
Why? What was there spankings involved?
No.
Oh, then okay, all right. But you kept them in line, right, Giovanna?
This is true.
Yes, because she's
You might as well spill it, though.
she is a dive instructor in training, I believe. You're a dive master now, but you're working towards your instructor cert. Is that correct?
This is true as well.
All right, good, good. And, she's former military, so she's very disciplined. She knows, when it comes to a mission like, looking out for CJ and Barry, she would know how to keep them in line or eliminate them when they become
She's
too
very
much of a
strong.
nuisance.
Yes,
she is.
She's very strong, and she learned what real warm water was like.
And she's tactical.
Okay, if you say so.
Thanks, Vinny.
One of the things
This has
that
been Vinny's word of the day.
For the dive, when they prepared for the beach dive there at Lauderdale by the Sea, Barry was having a problem. He didn't want to carry his tank.
No, it's not. I didn't want to carry. It's that wheel thing that I had put on it.
Yeah, the wheel.
It
the
doesn't
tank,
work in the
tank
sand
boot.
at all.
Right. So he
that's
needed
it.
help because he's having problems with his back. And instead of CJ stepping up or one of the other guys, Giovanna says, "Give me it." And
She's like, I got it.
She slept his tank all the way out to the beach, didn't you, Giovanna?
Hers and
Yes,
his.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, this woman is super strong.
Yeah.
She is amazing.
Or you're a really big wuss.
Yeah, well, it could have been.
That's both
Both things can be true.
Both could be true. I think they actually absolutely are. All right. More coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
You came all the way down here for this.
And scuba diving.
Scuba diving? Who's going scuba diving?
We're going scuba diving. We'll be back in time.
What do you have to go scuba diving for?
For fun.
For fun?
And I'm a scuba-holic. I spend all my time beneath the waves. No more gin and tonic. Scuba diving is all that I crave. I don't need a 12-step program. Meetings I never attend. All I need is blue water. I catch a buzz each time I dive in.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Greg the Dive Master and CJ in the studio. Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, who gave up his man card last week at Lauderdale by the Sea and had other people slap his gear down to the beach. Isn't that
But
what
I
happened?
I did dive.
He did dive.
And what else did I do?
I don't know.
Caught a lobster.
Caught a
That's
lobster.
right. Barehanded. No tickle sticks.
Barehanded a lobster while he was supposed to be doing coral reef monitoring.
Oh, we did that too.
But how could you do both? That would be a distraction. That would be off
that
mission.
That was a simple 3-minute off mission, and it was eventually released.
What the lobster was released.
The lobster was released. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Would that would have that cut the mustard, so to speak, in the military there, Giovanna, or would have you requested Barry be court-martialed or something after such activity? What do you think?
Yeah, we're not allowed to touch or play with wildlife.
Ah, see,
I wasn't going to play with it. I was going to cook it.
I think
15 for you.
She had this. I bet she had this conversation in her mind when you guys were diving together. Like, okay, do I let him complete the dive or do I cut his Achilles tendon and slice it open?
If I had my boots on, they would be so far up his ass.
Okay,
he'd be tasting leather.
All right.
You just offer it to commanding officer. Here you go, sir.
Okay, but you know,
you should have given it to her for carrying your tanks.
That's right. Well, you really owe her.
What did he even buy her a drink afterwards?
I bought her
He bought me a meal.
A meal. Look at that. See,
she was going to drive all the way back without eating or anything. Yeah, there you go.
No, we kid. We've always known Barry's a wuss, so that's nothing really new. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Just what we do, Giovanna.
Is it the watch cap?
When that monkey heart gives out, I'm going to be laughing at you.
Yeah, but when you guys went out and did the dive, we covered this a little bit last week, but not too much as far as what you were looking for. Was the stony coral stony coral tissue disease?
Skittles.
Yes, it was there.
Well, so it was called Skittles too, CJ?
That's what he said.
And brains and zippers.
What was it? Brains and zippers?
Brains and zippers. Yeah, look for brains, zippers, and Skittles.
Okay, so that's what your dive guide. What was his name, Tom?
No brown M&Ms.
No, that's not.
Yes,
not
his
accurate.
name is Tom, and
Yeah.
if you look at the photos, he is the biggest of all of us.
He was a
look
big
like
guy.
little miniature people.
So he
compared
was
to
the
him.
dive leader of your 4-dive group that went out and looked for that. Did you find any Skittles, zippers, and brains?
We sure did.
Yeah. So
Got photo evidence.
Yeah. So you took pictures of it, wrote it down on a slate. CJ, you were the note taker. You were
I
like the
was. I was
secretary.
Yes.
Okay. And,
Why is that funny?
Well, you're.
Hey, you didn't even dive, so shut up.
Okay. I do. I wish I would have. I melted.
Oh, no, you don't.
It was
Nah.
really hot. I wish I could have went diving with you guys.
It was very chill.
So hot. It was very, very muggy, but it was great diving conditions.
Yeah.
And so you did monitor. You wrote down the notes, and they submit that to some coral reef folks that they're working with at Force Blue. And the idea is to kind of monitor this, see how it's going. It's citizen science type stuff.
Yeah.
So you felt like you were giving back a little bit last week,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
Yeah. So Giovanna, this was kind of a first for you, though, right?
Yeah, I just took pictures. Lots of pictures.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the first time you worked with Force Blue folks, right?
Yep, my first time with Force Blue.
Did you enjoy it despite having to dive with Barry and CJ?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay, just checking.
I was sad I missed the one where they worked on turtles last month.
Yes, the turtle thing. Yeah, we have to just plan a trip to Turtle Town.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
wrong.
love turtles.
That does. Okay, but it's a place in Jupiter, and and you're in the Daytona area. That's where you reside normally, correct? You get down and dive quite a bit yourself.
All the time.
Yeah. And you're working with this dive shop in your neck of the woods in Daytona, right? What's the name of it?
Yeah, Elite Scuba over in Ormond Beach.
Got it. And they go where's their favorite dive site to go out of? Do they go right off the coast of Daytona, or do they go further south?
Oh, I wish. No, they actually stay inland. They do a lot of freshwater diving over at Devil's Den and Rainbow River. De Leon Springs is where they do a lot of courses.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's right. You were diving at De Leon today, weren't you? Are you there now? Still?
No, I left and rushed home, and then I threw the Batman hat and kept it on. My hair is a wreck.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I thought you were just trying to make a fashion statement, which, it looks good.
I go for comfort.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, it could be
whatever
like Barry's
works.
hair. I mean, Barry's hair is running from his face.
Oh, hush up.
Huh.
Go back
Weird.
to sleep, Jerry.
Glass houses.
Yeah. But De Leon Springs is really just a kind of a hole in the wall or a hole in the
earth.
Yeah, one of those. And
yeah, they have
there's
some
not
weird music playing today too.
weird music. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Underwater?
I think, no, it was like above water. I don't know if you guys can hear it. What am I listening to?
I can't tell.
Greg.
I can't tell. What is that? What were you doing, Giovanna? I can't hear.
We were just above, and they were listening to some interesting types of techno music. It was
Oh,
great.
okay. They were having a diving rave going on.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
Stop, please.
Okay.
Little program note.
Yeah.
Can we get her to send us that video so I can grab the audio of her saying, "What am I listening to?"
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We could probably put that
would be
to good
great to
use.
have.
Yeah.
What am I listening to?
She
I think we ask ourselves that all the time.
All the time.
It would come in pretty handy right about now, probably. But yeah, okay. So they had some weird music going on at De Leon Springs, but it is a popular training site for Central Florida, and so that's
Yes,
what
we get there at 7
your folks using for.
when they don't open till 8.
Ah, okay. So you got there a little bit early. Why is that just typical, or you didn't know, or what happened
Parking.
Yes.
Parking?
That's parking. Yeah.
Really?
Have
Was
you
that
been
busy?
diving ever?
Well, yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, but De Leon Springs, I didn't realize it was that popular. Is it really popular this weekend for Labor Day, maybe?
It is extremely popular.
Ah,
And they do
okay.
like the gator tours, and they have like that pancake house. Everybody lines up out there.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
restaurant there that's famous for their
Ooh.
pancakes.
You'd love
It's
that
tasty.
pancake boy.
I do. I like my pancakes.
He's
but
Flapjack Greg. Flapjack Greg.
what's so funny?
Your new
Who
nickname.
doesn't like flapjacks? Come on.
That's your new nickname.
Everyone likes flapjacks.
Flapjack Greg. Flapjack and the heart
That's
attack.
great.
Hey, that could be that could be our new band that I play lead guitar in.
Flapjack and the heart attack. Have mercy.
And then the beat would be doomts, doomts, doomts.
No, that would not be the beat.
No, then we'd perform at De Leon Springs.
If you were at De Leon, it would.
Right. Okay. So you were doing some training this morning with some new potential students, or what?
Yep, open water.
Okay.
Yeah, open water students. They'll be headed out to Devil's Den tomorrow.
All right. Well, Devil's Den, De Leon Springs. I haven't been to either in quite a long time, but those are very popular sites, especially when the ocean is all churned up and stuff like that. And I guess for Daytona, I haven't dove off of the coast there at Daytona. There is supposedly some pretty good diving if you go like 20, 30 miles out, which, now you're on halfway to the Bahamas, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
you might as well just go on a cruise.
but you got to go way out there. But I've heard reports that they have some ledges or something out there straight off of Daytona. If you can get there, because if you can get there and get through the weather, because that's the trick. The lobsters are monstrous out there. Have you had those type of reports, Giovanna, or no?
I have heard that there is a lobster season, and I haven't seen big ones though. I've just seen a lot of lobster.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you went out there off the coast of Daytona before with Elite Scuba, or no? They don't. They just
no,
don't do
none
it.
of the dive shops around here go. I know they have one in New Smyrna. I was begging to get onto their boat, but they said that they're kind of cut with COVID, so they're moving in the spring, hopefully again.
They said, yeah, we're more Superman folks.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's all DC.
Okay. Well, it is something I've heard, though. And it's probably just because it's such a challenge to get out to those far offshore sites that the lobsters are left alone and they just grow bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's one of those places, like, if you can't get out there, it's you see one of the big lobsters, like, okay, who's going to catch you? The lobster going to catch you? Or are you going to catch the lobster? They're that big.
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Oh, hey, Dinesh.
Why are you here? Where's AJ?
Oh, AJ can't come. You wanted him to become certified scuba before the trip, right?
Yeah, so we could scuba, Gabe.
Well, he finished all his check dives last night, but you have to wait 24 hours before you fly, so we decided to trade places.
With the day?
No, for all of it.
Why?
Because it'd be easier?
No. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea. Look around, what do you see? I see a jellyfish swimming near me. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Let's dive into the deep blue sea.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I apologized in advance.
I thought I asked you to never play that again.
No. You would never say such
Pretty sure I did.
nonsense. No. We can't
Greg is the Pee Wee
deny.
Herman of scuba.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
Is it?
I don't think so.
Okay. Anyway,
Really?
CJ is our music critic on the show today, and he's in the studio. And we have Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad, connected via the web, Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, Giovanna, who is she's working on her master's in the Daytona area and working towards being a dive instructor too, which is kind of cool. So are you going to work that into your ultimate profession, Giovanna, or is the diving thing you just do to occupy your time and have fun? What do you think?
I think it's mostly to have fun on the weekends when I'm
There you
away
go.
from work.
Right. Because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, despite what you've encountered so far with the rest of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad, it really is a lot of fun.
I hear what you're saying. I'm sitting right here.
It's not all bad.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm trying to create, this atmosphere.
I mean, Barry's on the screen, but I'm right here.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Well,
Right near your coveted guitar.
yes.
Yeah, if it were to fall down
Accidentally
or something.
fall.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone would die. Someone would die. Yeah. Gonzo
Be
and
unfortunate.
Giovanna, a lot of the Force Blue, they gave me some tips. They wouldn't perform, like an exhibition of, taking someone out, like on Barry, like I tried to instigate last week.
Yeah, you were trying very hard,
did.
weren't you?
But I they gave me some tips. I was like, hey, if I just want to permanently maim them, where's the best place to stab? They told me. They
Yeah.
shared a few inside
Okay.
tips. It's one
all
of the
right.
perks of having a show like this. I really get to meet some interesting folks, and I can apply it when necessary.
I'll just pull the batteries out of your monkey heart motor.
Quit it. Just stop. That's Gonzo from Force Blue going to join us in hour 2. And Giovanna, you're welcome to hang with us for the entire show or run to the hills after this segment. It's totally your call, okay? But we do appreciate you being on the show today and putting up with this nonsense.
She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would have 2 solid hours to kill.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll tell you already, she has the patience of Job. She obviously knows how to roll with it. And
the
that's-
strength of a superwoman.
Exactly. She can lift Barry's tanks any day, and she probably will have to if she wants to dive with him again.
No, I'm working on that. That only happened once.
All right. We do have to get a quick little update, though, from Jerry the Diver Guy, because I have some news. A couple weeks ago, we had Valentina, the psychic mermaid, on to kind of analyze Jerry the Diver Guy's ghost tape. Giovanna, I don't know if you know, but Jerry the Diver Guy is possessed by something we don't know. He
I am
has
not possessed.
floating orbs or bubbles at his home when he's away. He had security cameras that captured these orbs floating around as I like to call bubbles from the other side.
Especially after Mexican food.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But, Valentina came on, and she reads this stuff, and she said, hey, this is legit. I saw the videotape. Worries me. And then she did a reading of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. And one of the things she said to me, I got a planned trip to Saba here in a week, right? And she said, I asked her, I said, am I going to have a problem with my trip going to Explore Ventures? And because I'm really looking forward to my first liveaboard trip since COVID. And she said, well, your trip is going to go, but and it's going to, you're going to enjoy it, but there are going to be some bumps along the way to execute it. I'm like, that doesn't sound very good. And I will tell you, she was dead on. Because I had my flight canceled. I had to rebook my flight the other day and had to make some last-minute adjustments to my schedule to make sure this trip was going to go.
You still haven't been taken off the watch list, huh?
I haven't. But my point is Valentina, the psychic mermaid, said there were going to be some bumps in the road on my way to my liveaboard trip, and sure enough, she was dead on. We had to adjust the crew. I don't know if you guys know or remember, Brittany and Kristen were supposed to come on that trip with me as well. They both have had to cancel.
Wow.
Dun. Yeah. So, I mean, and this all happened since Valentina was on. So whatever she said about your ghosts, Jerry, I believe are probably right on.
Greg?
Yes.
It's funny. She might be listening.
Yeah, probably.
Valentina just texted me.
Yeah.
She said, regarding Jerry's
Ghosts, orbs, yeah.
The video.
Mm-hmm.
She only texted me. The next message said only 3 words.
What?
Smelly, Satan's butthole.
Wow. Is that 3 words or is that 4?
It's bone chilling.
But
smelly, Satan's butthole.
Okay. Oh, but is one.
It's a compound word.
I think that's what. Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we know.
But that's scary, right?
Yeah. I mean, something's flying out of those orifices at Jerry the Diver Guy's residence. Giovanna, did I apologize? I think I did. But anyway. Look, hour 2 on deck. Gonzo from Force Blue going to join us here in just a bit, so stick around. Just getting started here on the world's first radio show devoted to diving on a Labor Day weekend. Cool.
Down below if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go!
Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown? Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to Hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me.
Oh, God, there's more?
Yeah, we got a whole nother hour to waste.
All right, let's get it over with.
Can't dive, might as well talk about it, which is what you were doing with Force Blue last week. You had a great time. Barry the Bugger was your dive buddy as well as Giovanna, who is hanging with us for Hour 2. She evidently hasn't had enough punishment already.
That surprises me.
That is. But, you know, she's former military, so she's used to tolerating a lot of pain. So maybe that's it. Is that it, Giovanna? What do you think?
Oh, no, I think you guys are fun.
Oh, okay. She
bless her heart.
Obviously, she's been drinking. So
skilled at diplomacy.
Yeah.
The check is in the mail.
God bless her. Yeah.
She's got my spring water.
Yeah. Okay. She maybe Jerry the Diver Guy is sharing a bit of his medicine, as we like to say, right?
You know what kind of guy he is, don't you?
Who, Jerry?
Yeah.
Haunted?
He's a diver guy.
Yeah, well, Jerry the Diver Guy, yeah, but he's a haunted diver guy, too. By the way, I didn't even ask. You know, I told you what Valentina said about Jerry, or what Valentina said about me that lends credibility to what Valentina the Psychic Mermaid was saying to Jerry about his
could be
haunting.
Complete coincidence.
No, this is real.
She just predicted life.
What do you mean?
Stunning.
I don't know. She said the orbs were real and that Jerry was being haunted by an older gentleman. Probably related, but it could be just an attractive older gentleman.
Why is he attractive?
I'm trying to help.
That made it so much fun.
I love how you just slide that in there. A dapper gentleman.
I'm just trying to lift Jerry
with
up a
some
little.
Spunk in his step.
Okay, he's being haunted by
a man about town.
An older, disgusting looking, wrinkly ass old man. Is that better?
I say, dear Gerald. Ooh, fancy. Wow.
Yeah,
Gerald.
So, Jerry, I gotta ask: have you seen any more, bubbles from the other side on your security cameras, or no?
No.
No sightings since our last. Well, I mean, maybe Valentina performed like a on-air exorcism. And made them go.
I
They'll be
know,
back.
Greg. I haven't been on no trips since I got back from Lauderdale.
They'll be back.
Yeah.
What it is they're working up the courage to face him.
So okay, so they only happened when you're away. They never those
Well, that's
videos.
the only time I got the cameras on all the time.
You don't want to film yourself being violated by a spirit?
No.
Turn the cameras on, for Christ's sakes.
Hey, Jerry, how'd you like to be mutilated?
Oh. He has a big old smile on his face.
Oh, God.
I see it on YouTube and
Just
Facebook.
ignore that. Please ignore that.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Okay. Well, as
moving on.
I'll tell you what, as we get closer to the witching hour, to Halloween.
Ooh.
I mean, it's the fall is here. It's beginning of September. We're just a month or two. I'm already drinking pumpkin beer.
Wow, but you're kind of a Nancy boy.
Well, that's
Your taste hasn't gotten any better.
No, I'm just saying that, as we get closer to Halloween, it's probably going to get more intense for Jerry the Diver Guy and his haunting, I think. I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Jerry, are you going to stay home by yourself
Hell
on
no.
All Hallows Eve?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah. No, I think by Halloween, something could happen pretty dramatically to Jerry the Diver Guy.
Well, I want to go over to Gonzo's and stay. That way I can be protected.
Okay. Well, we do have Gonzo with us.
We'll
from
go to the
Force Blue.
East Coast.
And he has logged on to be part of the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad this hour, and probably regretting it from the minute he signed.
He's going to be busy that week.
How you doing there, Gonzo? What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Just finished our Lauderdale by the Sea mission and preparing for our next one.
Yeah, there you go.
And then, and just enjoying.
The next one has nothing to do with the haunting of Jerry the Diver Guy, just for the record, right?
It is. I believe there might be an exorcism somewhere in between mixed in there.
Okay,
But,
all right.
My ass is going to be there then.
If there are any Catholic priests listening.
Right. We could, we might need one or two.
Domine unum.
Well, the event for Force Blue, and once again, it's forceblueteam.org. Go there and you can find out about that and all the places they're going to be in the coming months. It was great last week there in Lauderdale. We had a good time and
yes, sir.
Got a lot of great information about the stony coral tissue disease. You know, the what is it? The Skittles, the brain, and the what is it?
Zipper heads.
Zipper heads. Did they call them that to you too, or was that just Tom? Their little dive group, Gonzo. You have any idea what I'm talking about?
I think that was just that dive group. I don't think they didn't tell me that.
That was his little nicknames for the disease things you guys were looking out for.
That's what they was calling Barry behind his back.
Well, it could be. Possible. It is possible.
He's a bugger.
There's that. But you know, you got great information to help, you know, monitor the coral situation down off of the coast there in South Florida. And we made someone super happy because they won that raffle of the Zeagle dive gear with the Force Blue colors. I don't have the guy's name in front of me, but I did check in with Keith there at Force Blue, and he said he talked to the guy, and the guy was ecstatic. Did you talk to him, Gonzo, yourself, or no?
I have not talked to him. No, sir. No. But yeah, I did talk with Keith, and he said the guy was over the moon.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, winning all that gear. I think it came out to like $3,300 worth of gear.
It was sweet.
Top quality gear. So.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I really, I know I personally, but we really appreciate you guys from Scuba Radio helping us to broadcast the winner and promote it and everything. So it was fun having you guys there. And,
wow, it was a blast to be a part of it. No problem, buddy. You guys are doing great stuff. And just the team, the Force Blue teamers, they're quality folks. I mean, you guys really know how to put together a really nice event. And,
Thank you,
you know, I hope we can do some more. Where are you heading off to next? Do you have a plan already or what?
Yes, sir. We're going to be in Tampa. We're going to be at Anna Maria Island at we're going to be diving by the Kingfish boat ramp.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing both a beach and underwater cleanup to clear up obstacles, clear up everything off of that area. Supposedly there's a lot of derelict traps and netting and fishing stuff and unfortunately trash, boaters, people who go to the beach forget to take what they brought.
Right.
So we're going to go in there and have a lot of fun time.
That sounds good. Barry, what say you?
Are you going to have volunteer divers there, or is this specifically Force Blue trained?
No, sir. We're going to have volunteer divers there as well. So more than welcome. As Gary has said, go to forceblueteam.org to volunteer. We're going to have 4 teams again, all led by Force Blue divers. We're bringing in some new recruits for the Force Blue team, some some Navy SEAL veterans.
Nice.
In addition to, so if you guys want to meet some newer guys. So we'll have 4 teams, and we'll be there from 9 o'clock was when we'll have everything set up, and then launch at 10, and then go from there with a hope to be off no later than 4, but just once again, having a good time and taking care of Mother Ocean.
There you go. ForceBlueTeam.org. Jerry?
So if we show up, Gonzo, and will you do us a favor?
Oh, no. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to haul all of this trash off, can you haul Barry off with it?
There we go.
There are 2 things. Yes, that will haul off. Okay. Yes. If you need us to haul off Barry, Barry's near and dear to my heart. But if you need us to haul him off, I will have to ask Giovanna to help again.
Giovanna will just here, jump on my back. Let's go.
I was helping my battle.
Yeah. So so Barry's one thing, and then the other thing that we'll haul off is the monkey beer. That's trash.
We can get rid of that real quick.
Oh, jeez, Jerry, sorry. Wait, what? You bought some?
No, I had one left over and I didn't realize it.
Oh, so you figured.
I put it up for you, Greg.
All right, he's pulling out the crappy stuff for the show today.
Yeah.
Can I ask one?
Does it taste like banana?
It tastes like monkey ass. That's
let me ask one
monkey ass beer
question.
is the brand. Yes, Barry.
Oh, Barry has a serious question.
Yeah.
Serious question. If you have traps and stuff like that, are you going to have lift bags? How are you supposed to get all this stuff out?
Well, we'll find out after the break. As simple as that. He asked a question, and we cut him off. That's how it works. More coming up. Stay close.
This This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You are now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
And I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad connected via the web. That includes Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy. Our special guests right now are Giovanna, and we got Gonzo. Some call him Gonzo. Well, pretty much everyone calls him Gonzo, but his name is Steve. Scuba Steve. What was that?
Gonzo the Great.
That's terrible.
Gonzo.
And I'm sure he has never heard that, Barry. You're so timely and cutting edge.
I am working on it.
Now you see why we've got him at 2,500 yards across our own you.
Yeah, there is a.
This keeps growing, though. I know
That's right. The distance keeps getting bigger. Yeah.
I don't know. It's starting to shorten a little bit.
Mhm.
Run, Forrest, run.
Well, I apologized in advance, so we're good. We're all covered. We covered that base. But yeah, Gonzo and also Giovanna we met Giovanna through the Force Blue thing, and you had a great time, by the way, Giovanna. So you're going to participate in some of these future Force Blue events, you think, or what?
Almost definitely. I'll be out there in Tampa with them.
Okay.
This
Not unless
upcoming-
Barry shows up.
Well,
Next Friday, counting down the days.
well, she pretty much has to if Barry shows up. Who's going to carry his gear?
I'm going to take
I got
three.
you.
Yeah, that's right. See?
I'm going to take 3 Advil. I'll be fine.
Barry, got to hump your own gear.
Got to hump your own gear. No gear slippers for you.
I'll do it.
All right, there you go. So he'll show.
Curly
maybe.
boy.
I would myself, but I have a trip. I have to get out of the country. I've been
Always an
deported or
excuse.
something. But
I have to go on a liveaboard.
It's okay. Larry's going to come and visit him.
Who?
Larry.
Yeah, Larry's going to get you.
Larry. Who are
Larry
they
the
talking about?
hurricane.
What?
We'll figure it out.
No,
Oh, yeah.
That hurricane is not even remotely close to where we're going. You know
It's
that, you
heading
big
that
dummy.
way.
It is not.
It
It's
is now. Go check.
There's another one behind it.
No, that's the one that's going up to Bermuda, right?
You better call I think it's changed direction.
Bunch of chicken littles.
You guys
Sky is falling.
Are you guys lying or making crap
No,
up now?
it is actually changing.
No.
Changing
Go
what?
check.
What is it doing
Changing
then?
directions
Okay, to what?
to the islands.
Which islands?
Towards Santo Domingo.
Okay, I'm not going to Santo Domingo.
Santa Maria.
But save us before that.
Wait, it's what? What? Where is it going then? What are you
Going
saying?
to a dirty gringo.
Going to Saba.
No, you are incorrect. You're lying to me right now. Don't say that.
It's coming. It's going to blow you over.
You know, I can't believe a word these guys are saying.
Yeah, don't.
Barry's looking at his phone right now, trying to track things.
Weatherman Barry.
The
is
real
not
question
right.
is,
Remember
why
what
are they on the
Valentina
air?
said.
Yeah, why are we on the air? Is that
No,
what
I said the real question is, why are they on the air?
Good point.
There's only a few people that want to keep me alive.
No,
That's a mystery.
I checked this morning. The storms were not going to affect my trip to Saba. And you're trying to tell me that there is something going on?
Yes, but remember what Valentina said. There might be some bumps along the way.
Which was. My flight was canceled. I already talked about that, Vinny.
But
Don't
there
start.
might be some more weather bumps.
No, there would not be. You are a liar. Don't even kid. How dare you? How dare you? I'm going to send
He's
Gonzo over
outraged.
there.
Look
He's
at him.
on a mission, and he's going to take you both out.
Greg, for a man of your complexion,
what?
I would consider that red.
Okay, all right.
He's not beet red, but for Greg, that's dark.
I'm slightly irritated.
Yeah, you're just a little past opaque.
Okay, all right. Enough about me.
NPF 50.
They're starting rumor and innuendo. I'm the one who does that, not our ScubaRadio Scuba Squad members. That's not your role.
Do you know why
you guys
they're
gotta
doing
know
that?
your role? Why?
Because they know that once this comes to pass and you have this great trip,
Yeah.
they are going to be the losers that suck it.
This is
For
true.
weeks on end, we'll hear about it.
Of course you will.
We will all be sucking it. Because we are the Legion of Losers.
You just made my day. Thank you, CJ.
It's what I do. I'm a giver.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I do want to get back to Gonzo and Giovanna as well, because I want to find out. I mean, obviously, Gonzo, you've been doing this stuff for Force Blue and helping manage these missions that you can check out at forceblueteam.org, and I encourage you to do so. But what about your other diving that you've done? Do you ever go out and just go play dive, or has it always been a mission for you with your Navy SEAL background and all that kind of stuff?
It's always been a mission. It's always like, I went from military diver, diving LAR-5s, closed circuit dragers,
yeah,
to diving in the Force Blue, and then, with our mission Zero. So I have yet to actually have a recreational dive.
Wow.
Where I've just gone out. Yes, sir.
Well, is this so? It is on your list? Is it something that you're like, hey, I got to make this happen, or
yes.
what?
Yeah. There are definitely, it's on my list. There are two things on my hardcore list.
Yeah.
To dive with my family, just enjoying that.
Right.
And then my daughter, for her 18th birthday, wants to skydive. So when she does that, I'm going to jump next to her. So
sweet.
So those are kind of my two things. So,
okay.
Yeah, I would definitely like to dive just no mission, just nothing, and just.
No,
I have a question.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you combine the two? Jump out of the airplane in scuba gear into the water.
You better hang on your mask.
Biggest giant stride entry you'd ever do.
When people jump out of planes, do they still yell Geronimo? Is that a thing?
No, that's not politically
I remember that used to be a thing.
No.
That
used to be a thing. Some guys still do, but most guys just jump. Just take a big step, gravity to do the
Barry
work.
yells out, Giovanna!
Catch me!
Exactly.
Oh,
that's even her. She's like, oh, you guys are
Greg,
don't
you're
make
a
fun.
mean-spirited dick.
before I did, he hesitated. He was like, "You're gonna make so much fun of me."
What did I tell you? These guys are like, that.
Bunch of ball busters over here.
Yeah, that's what we do.
This guy.
That's what we do.
They can be rebuilt. They can be rebuilt.
Yeah, if we didn't do that, Giovanna, it would mean that we didn't like him. So that's just how we show our love. Jerry, the diver guy, what's
military love.
Yeah, exactly. Jerry.
So, Gonzo, how old is your daughter?
She's 17, going on 22.
Way too young for you, so you just stop.
I know. I love how he straightens
That
up
is so
and
wrong.
talking about his daughter.
Jeez, Jerry.
I didn't know if she was going to be
Golly.
able to go into.
Daddy's coming.
I know. He'll find you.
I didn't know if she was going to be able to go into her junior open water class or if it's going to be a straight out open water class.
Oh, good save.
We had an actual dive question.
That's an
A real dive question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll have to research that.
If she's 17, she'll be able to get her open water.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
she
go.
might have passed junior.
Yeah, Jerry is a haunted dive instructor, so he would know, among other things. All right, more coming out. He's an expert on spirits. That's what I meant.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Greg the Dive Master, CJ in the studio. Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, and Giovanna from Force Blue. I guess Gonzo had to take off.
Yeah, he had to bail.
He has a mission to travel to the mountains of Virginia and off Jerry the Diver Guy.
He'll make it look like the spirits did it.
Duh. He has an alibi. He has a plan. And he's on his way. And that's what happens when
Jerry, don't go to sleep tonight.
When Jerry lets his inside voice come out.
Well, I won't be home.
But his spirits will be.
Yeah,
And
we can off them.
various size
Orbs.
bottles.
His orbs.
Yeah, no, I think you're safe, Jerry. Don't worry. I think.
Sorry.
What the hell?
Forgot the mute button.
Wow.
Well, there goes that drink.
Well, our crew is fairly gassy today.
Lubricated.
Sauced.
And it happens.
Lubricated.
So I guess I'll steer it back to Giovanna because I want to find about,
Good.
We talked to Gonzo about what he wants to do. I didn't realize he hadn't done hardly any recreational diving. We ought to try to help him with that.
We need to get him out of there. Greg,
Yes.
Get him down and have some fun.
I have a question.
Absolutely. Okay.
For Giovanna and James, Bubble Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Get your background ready.
Your backbone?
This is like a two-parter. But have you ever?
Oh, background.
Have you ever
Okay.
dove with a giant rubber shark attached to your leg?
Giovanna, what say you?
Or do you have the bat shark repellent?
Ah, true.
No, I dove with real sharks, but not a rubber one next to my leg.
Even better. Even better.
Yeah, generally that is better. That would be a better experience. So I don't know where you were going with that.
There's a wallpaper that Bubble Boy had with Batman.
This is a
hanging on.
YouTube or Facebook Live,
With the shark.
Twitch thing kind of connection.
Swing and a miss.
Okay. Yeah, you got 2 more strikes. All right, here we go.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Did you throw a trident? Yeah, there were horses and a man on fire, and I killed a guy with a trident.
Rick, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should find yourself a safe house or a relative close by. Lay low for a while, because you're probably wanted for murder.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. And Giovanna, who is just she's a dive master already, instructor in training, works over in Daytona, helped out with the Force Blue folks because she's former military. And she just loves to dive, it sounds like.
Why can't she be G the Dive Master and you can be Greg? You're already Greg the Dive Master.
I'm G by the sea.
Oh, G by the sea, see?
Oh!
Ooh.
I like it.
Snap
now.
It has a ring to it, G by the
That
sea.
just hips it up right
Because
away.
they actually call it Wilbur by the sea over here, but I renamed it G by the sea because I'm there every day.
I like that.
Yeah.
They wait a minute.
That's her radio name.
And
G by the sea. I like
Bootstrap
it. And wait, and what? And what G?
Bootstrap G.
Bootstrap G. All right.
Yeah.
But G by the sea. But you said Wilbur something. What? What was that?
Wilbur by the sea is where I'm like live right around the corner
Oh,
from.
okay.
Yeah. I'm 3 miles from it. So everybody says Wilbur by the sea. I was like, no, it's G by the sea.
Hell yeah,
course it
take
is.
ownership of that.
All right. So Wilbur, I'm not
Oh,
familiar
Cheryl.
with the location there. Is that like Lauderdale by the Sea? Is Wilbur by the Sea in the Daytona area?
Yes, Greg.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you know this
You're
place.
getting it.
Who's Wilbur? Who's Wilbur?
Who the hell knows? Who cares?
Wilbur.
He's by the sea,
Wilbur.
evidently. But I'd rather go to G by the Sea. I think that's
That
cool.
was Mr. Ed's owner.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks, Barry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
For
you.
nothing.
How old are you, Barry?
Wait. Who are you asking?
I asked Barry how old he was.
Oh, okay.
I'm like
Just
70
making
years
sure.
I'm older than you.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, G by the Sea. You've always had a love for diving, or this is? I mean, you started diving how long ago? You figure?
Back in 2010. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing it all through your military background and everything, then, huh?
Yep. I was hazed into the water. My
Sweet.
snorkel. I wasn't
And
good enough to touch my gear.
well, okay, all right, but you dove with sharks.
Kinda
You
sounds
said.
like Barry.
Where did
Yeah,
you where did you do some shark diving? Where?
Over in Grenada and also down in Jupiter.
All right.
Yep. And those are the 2 places. Yeah.
Okay, I think I talked to you about this after the event. I think we chatted about that. So, but as far as out of the country stuff, it was like Grenada was like one of the only places out of the country you've been. Is that right?
And Puerto Rico, I did some snorkeling and we saw some blackfin, so I went diving out there.
Nice. So, what's on your list for dives in the future? Do you have a big long list like most divers do, or what?
Yeah, but my top one is Egypt. I really want to go dive the Red Sea.
Yeah. Well, just because you've heard cool things, or what?
Every diver I talk to, that's their number one spot. So
Yeah. It is pretty awesome. I mean, right before COVID, that's where I went for the first time. And,
Explorer Ventures has a trip there.
That's where I went. Vinny knows. And that right before COVID, that was the last big trip I did. I did the Red
Greg
Sea
was
at
a camel
Maldives.
jockey over there at one time.
I rode a camel. You do that when you go to Egypt to try to fit in.
Tourist.
Yeah. And but that's you do a little bit of all that. Did you ever go over there when you were doing your military run too, or no?
No, I never got to go to Egypt. I have a buddy out there though that's stationed there, so I'm gonna run and go meet up with her.
There you go. All right. Yeah, they got a ton of liveaboard options out there. It's pretty much all liveaboard diving if you really want to do the Red Sea. Explore Ventures has a great ship out there, beautiful, one of the biggest and most beautiful liveaboards, if not in the Red Sea, maybe even the world. It's really top notch. It's more of a yacht, a yacht.
Yacht.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh my God. Dude, seriously?
No, that's how they say it in Egypt.
A yacht.
Yeah, they say a yacht.
Would you come and get on my yacht?
Yeah, and it's the accent. I'm just trying to connect with our international audience, CJ.
Oh, I thought it was in one of your screw-ups.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't do that. Anyway,
Wyoming.
So Red Sea is on your list. What
I want
about?
to go down to the Keys. I haven't been to the Keys.
You haven't been to the Keys either.
Right there.
Yeah, you gotta go to the Keys.
You got to take her down to Captain Slate and do the creature feature thing. Have you heard about that?
I have not.
Okay.
Oh my God.
He feeds fish with his face. He puts ballyhoo in his teeth.
Yeah.
And,
That didn't work out for somebody in Grenada. They went and took a picture next to one and it bit off their jaw.
Yeah, well, that's happened to
It's a
Cap
dirt
Slate.
shark.
Slate has quite a few scars from over the years of doing this, but
We had the technology. We could rebuild them.
yeah, well, they have.
Yes.
Yeah, and he has a box full of dive gear that's been shattered by barracuda and God knows what over the years. But it's fun to see him risk his life in front of you, isn't it?
And there is the History of Dive Museum down there too.
Yes, that's right. Actually, we're talking about heading down there in the next couple months to try to get
Tom
down
and I
there.
went.
Yeah,
Take me with you.
yes. Yeah, Vinny went. You liked it?
Oh, I loved it. I couldn't believe how
Awesome.
much stuff they had in that building.
They got a
You
ton
could
of
spend
stuff.
Hours in there.
Was the dog there?
The dog?
Yeah, they have a shop dog.
At the History of Diving Museum, they had a dog in there?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Captain Slate's.
Oh, no.
I
no.
nodded off for a minute.
But that
sorry.
Jim,
Okay,
Jim,
Barry.
No joke. They got everything.
Playing the role of Barry is CJ in the studio.
Standing.
Anyway, yeah, History of Diving Museum there in Isla Morada. Beautiful place. Really a great time. Perfect place to spend your surface interval in between dives. But yeah, I've been hoping to get back down there after the liveaboard trip.
We got to
there.
do that. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, that is the plan. So maybe, thing is, I got a pretty crazy schedule coming up because after I get.
we have DEMA coming up in a couple months.
Well, that's it. I haven't really talked about this much yet. But as soon as I get back from the liveaboard trip in September, I only got a couple, a 2-week window before we start some online seminars for the DEMA show. So they have asked me to help host the Tuesday sessions throughout the month of October leading up to the DEMA show, which these sessions are like, if you're a dive industry member, how to make your dive shop better, it's great for dive shop owners. It's good for, dive instructors might find this information stuff, just various programs that they offer to make you a better dive industry member.
A whole month.
Every Tuesday and Wednesday, they're going to have a different
I like that.
sessions.
That's bold. That's really bold. Where some might say, too much, Greg? They said, no, let's risk it.
Yeah, exactly. You can never.
Why give the people what they want?
Why start now?
Go against the grain.
Why start now?
That's boring. That's been done.
Right.
Been done.
Thank you
We
for
had
that.
to put up with him for a week. Now we have to put up with him a month.
I know.
Right. Well, it'll be every Tuesday and Saturday for the month of October. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of work for me, working 2 days a week as opposed to one.
He's going to buy another guitar.
Oh, hey, there's an idea.
I think you need a flying V.
You think? Okay, buy me one. You have your mission.
I don't like you that well.
Well, it's not about liking me. It's about, contributing to the mission of giving me things to do so I will be distracted from doing the show, right? You want me away. You want me to leave.
I do.
I thought that's what you were alluding to.
No, I don't
Am
want
I
you-
misreading your signals?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I didn't think.
CJ, if you want one of those sissy beers from Greg's fridge, you'll offer it,
I know.
What's so funny?
Nothing.
You guys, don't make fun of what I drink. I'm just trying
to go golden monkey.
He drinks those Hyman kegels.
He would drink a cup of urine if it had the pumpkin on it.
Well, he did. It's called golden monkey.
No, that is incorrect.
Drink this urine, Greg. This
I
was
drank
stored in a
beer
pumpkin once.
with the idea of bringing the fall into Florida sooner as opposed to later.
Hint of
cool things
nutmeg.
down. It does actually. Nutmeg, spices. It's like drinking a piece of pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
You're telling yourself that.
Available at your grocers now.
Your what?
At your what?
Your
What
grocers.
was that?
Your grocers.
At your grocers.
Your grocers, freezers.
Okay. You guys are worthless.
Your grocers, Publix.
I apologize. Didn't I, Giovanna? I'm just checking. Yeah, we're good still, right?
She's gone.
She's asleep now.
Are you,
There's no way she's still
Are you regretting any of this yet, Giovanna?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, my God.
What? What?
I thought there's no way she's been hanging out for this.
I know. This is impressive. I mean,
well, this is torture training for her, in case she gets kidnapped.
She's going to respectfully decline the
Psychological.
next offer.
well, look, she's a diver. She's one of us. Twisted and slightly off, probably, I
I don't
guess.
know if she's twisted yet.
All right, more coming up. Stay close.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hey, man. Hey, what are you doing today? I don't know. I was kind of bored. You want to do something cool? Well, like what? We could go scuba dive. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. I've never done it before. Well, there's only a few things that you got to do to be good at it, and it's really easy to learn. Here, I'll show you. Come with me.
Okay, everyone, let's get our gear on. Let's go for a dive. Tanks are right here.
Now, to be a scuba diver, it can be so much fun. Making memories and sharing good times in the sun. Descend with the quickness, equalize so you don't pop. To avoid decompression sickness, always make a safety stop. You know, gonna be a scuba diver,
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. Scuba Radio, Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Benny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, and G from the Sea. I think she's earned her name, and it rhymes. So that's good enough for me. That's what we'll refer to her from here on out on Scuba Radio. G from the Sea. Welcome to the gang.
The sea.
Yes.
I was talking to G by the Sea, Greg, about attending DEMA.
Right.
She's wanting to be an instructor. She needs to be at DEMA.
Okay. Well, what do you think, G? You up for that?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to need someone to carry Barry's luggage and stuff. So if he comes, so we're definitely going to need your services in one form of
Well,
or
she'll
another.
be safe because Barry won't be there.
Well,
she'll
okay.
have to work.
need her to carry Jerry after his drinking binge.
Yeah, well, there's okay. There
Well, no,
could be a little bit of
don't
that.
have to worry about that. I'm at the room anyway.
No, it just passed out on the street again.
Yeah, he'll sleep in the gutter like he normally does. Typical DEMA. Anyway, there was something I wanted to cover before we wrap things up today. You know, the event for Force Blue at Lauderdale by the Sea went great. We did that event, had fun. We met G from the Sea and all the other folks, Gonzo and the crew from forceblueteam.org. And then the next day, CJ and I went after the lobster. The Lobster Slayer and Bug Boy teamed up for a beach dive right there. The weather had picked up, and, seas were a little bit rough for a beach dive. But, it was interesting. You really want to prepare for, a beach dive when the weather and the seas and the waves and stuff kick up. You don't want to be like these two guys we saw down the beach. You talk about a Charlie Foxtrot, as we like to say in the biz. CJ and I jumped in the water with our equalizers, went after, got some lobster. I got one of the largest ones I think I've ever gotten. You did.
It was big.
I limited out, and you got 4.
3.
So
I got
3. Okay. So I got 6. You got 3 on the radio, and we did an amazing lobster dive. But these two guys went out about the same time we did, and like I said, the seas were going, and and I noticed these guys didn't seem like they were quite as prepared as you and I. Wouldn't you agree?
Not at all.
And they just looked a little rough around the edges. One of them was wearing like a beat up, I don't even know if it was a rash guard or what, but he didn't have a full wetsuit or anything. And they got in the surf, and one of the guys had some problems and trying to put on his fins or something, I guess. And next thing you know, the other guy was out past the waves. They got separated. And one guy's like, hey, my regulator's free flowing. And we can see him over there. We can kind of hear him, but I could tell his air was going. And the other guy was like waving to him like, come on, I'm already out here. Let's go. And long story short, next thing I see, one of the guy who had got past the breakers of the waves crawled out on all 4s from the beach right up in front of this group of, like, this family that was sunbathing there at Lauderdale by the Sea.
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Exactly. He crawls out of the surf because the waves are just beating the crap out of him.
Seaweed everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had seaweed, too. Yeah, and he was, like, covered with all the seaweed. And he did look like a monster. They were laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
And
having a good time, at least.
Yeah, and I enjoyed watching it. I was like, at least we're not those guys.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
God.
And so, the moral of this story.
The guy with the reg issue is devastatingly handsome.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't look at him that closely. But I noticed that.
Whoa. Dude, what, CJ?
Just never mind.
Just let it go. Let it go.
It's called a hint.
What?
Nothing.
I don't know what you're saying. But you don't want to be unprepared for a beach dive when the waves are there, because Mother Nature is much stronger than she looks.
She'll beat the
sometimes.
hell out of you.
She's like a G from the Sea. Small little package, but boy, she'll take you out in a heartbeat. I have no doubt about it. And sure enough, these two poor schlubs trying to dive, and they just weren't ready for such nonsense, and ended up providing entertainment for the sunbathers on the beach at Lauderdale by the Sea.
You have a gear issue. That's not the place to try to fix it.
No. And I when they came up out of the sea, the one guy crawled out. He was covered in seaweed. The other guy was, I think what happened is when he got in the water, he started free-flowing because sand was churned up because of the waves.
Yeah, the waves.
Probably got into his regulator. This happens, and then your regulator start free-flowing. And but even with us, when we got out and did our dive, we came back. We found sand in places and orifices I didn't even know existed after that dive. You know what I mean?
Hey, Greg, have you ever explored your
The
body?
silence is wonderful.
Have I ever explored?
Silence is deadly.
Yeah, no, I have not. Okay, and on that disturbing note,
self-familiarization.
We're going to wrap things up.
Pink red.
Just don't be those guys, whatever you do. Prepare, and your dive will go much smoother. Those poor saps. I don't know.
I don't think it could have been avoided.
I don't want to use their names because that just embarrassed the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that'll do it for this week.
That would be Greg and CJ.
Well, next time, remember, it's always better. Where, gang?
That's right.
Safe diving, everyone.
Your eyes there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.